Welcome to Bangla City SATV News. This is Nouri Alamin with the headlines. Government is working to secure democracy, establish the rule of law and ensure justice for all, said Prime Minister. ACC case against former Chief Justice S.K. Sinha and his brother, whom are found in US, records are in the hands of agency. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan faces no confidence motion in the National Assembly, will address the nation this evening. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on Thursday said her government is working to secure democracy, establish the rule of law and ensure justice for all. The Prime Minister said this while inaugurating the newly constructed 12-story modern building Bijoy Ekattur of Bangladesh Supreme Court, joining virtually from the official Ganabhavan residence in the city. The inaugural ceremony was held on the Supreme Court premises in the city this morning. The Prime Minister said they had taken initiatives to make the judiciary further strengthen and ensure effectiveness of the Constitution after assuming power in 1996. The Anti-Corruption Commission ACC has filed another case against Chief Justice S.K. Sinha. S.K. Sinha's brother Ananta Kumar has also been accused in the case. The ACC has started collecting records on the basis of allegations that S.K. Sinha smuggled money abroad while he was the Chief Justice. During the search, Gulshan Anwar, Deputy Director of the agency, wrote letters to the several countries, including Canada, the United States, Dubai and Singapore, asking for the main data. In response, the US sent a record of S.K. Sinha owning a 3-story home. On the basis of the information, the ACC has filed another case today. Earlier on, the ACC had issued charge sheet against 11 people, including S.K. Sinha, in a case of embezzlement by creating a fake loan of the 4 crore taka. S.K. Sinha was sentenced to 11 years in the prison in the case. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has said that the main goal of the BNP is to overthrow the Awami League. He said this at the biannual conference of the Thakurgaon Sodor Upazila BNP. Referring to the Awami League as a government of robbers, he further said that no fair, free and neutral election was held in the country during their tenure. The BNP had killed democracy with thousands of false cases in the name of leaders and activists at the level. He alleged that the government has filed 6,500 political cases in Thakurgaon Sodor Upazila. The Ruknuddin Bhuiya, acting president of Sodor Upazila BNP, presided over the conference. A Dhaka court on Thursday deferred the indictment hearing against Casino Kingpin and the expelled Jubo League leader Ismail Chaudhry Shamrat in the case filed in the Anti-Corruption Commission. The Dhaka Special Court of Justice, the 6th court, set April 13 for the indictment hearing. The Shamrat could not be produced in the court of account of the being ill. Earlier on March 22nd, a senior special judge court scheduled by the indictment hearing after accepting the charge sheet submitted by the graft watchdog. Shamrat stands accused of the amassing illegal red or the 2.94 crore taka, according to the ACC. Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back, and you are watching Bangla City SATV News. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan has been facing mounting criticism of his performance, including his management of an economy beset by high inflation and rising deficit, and he lost his majority in parliament on Wednesday when a main ally quit his coalition. However, Khan is to address the nation today as parliament begins the debate. Separately, PTI Senator Faisal Javed Khan said that the time of the address will be revealed later. A vote on the motion must be held by Monday. On Wednesday, Khan's main parliamentary ally, the Muttahida Qawmi Movement (MQM), abandoned his coalition and threw its load with the opposition seeking to oust him. Opposition leaders had called on Khan to resign even before he lost his majority in parliament, but his aides have said he will not quit. The government confirmed on Wednesday that its allegation about a foreign conspiracy against the Prime Minister was based on a diplomatic cable received from one of the country's missions abroad. At a rally in Islamabad on Sunday, Prime Minister Imran Khan claimed that the opposition's no-confidence motion against him was a result of a foreign conspiracy because of his external policy, and funds were being channeled abroad ousted him from the power. Though he didn't initially provide specific details about the threatening letter, he subsequently opened up a bit because of the critics doubting his claim. The government initially offered to share the letter with the Chief Justice of Pakistan, but later on, the Prime Minister also briefed his cabinet members about the contents of the letter. Meanwhile, 8 security personnel, including an army captain, were martyred and 7 terrorists were killed in clashes between security forces and members of the proscribed of the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP) in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's the Tank district and adjacent South Waziristan tribal district on Wednesday. Soon after the incident, the Chief of the Army Staff, General Qamar Javed Bajwa, landed in Peshawar and was briefed at the Corps headquarters about the security situation. Tribal districts, the Inter-Services Public Relations (ISPR) said in a statement. The ISPR said the terrorists launched a pre-drone attack on the military compound, a tank, but the security forces foiled their attempt to enter the complex. TTP claimed responsibility for the attack on the FC fort in Tank. U.S. President Joe Biden has walked away from what they said was his long-time preferred policy of no first use of the nuclear weapons. According to the 2022, the Nuclear Posture Review submitted to the U.S. Congress by the Pentagon, Washington could consider the use of nuclear weapons in extreme circumstances to defend its vital interest as well as allies and the partner. The report, however, didn't elaborate on the conditions is described as extreme circumstances. 2020 campaign, Biden endorsed the no first use policy, meaning the US would launch a nuclear weapon only a response to a nuclear attack. Russia says it is regrouping its forces to focus on the liberation of the breakaway regions of the Donbass of the East, the other key front. This comes a day after Russia promised to scale back the military presence. Dalia Nilufar has the update.
Moscow's military continued shelling the capital Kiev and the northern city of Chernihiv. The Pentagon said Russia has begun repositioning only a small percentage of troops away from the Kiev area. Meanwhile, the United Nations said more than 4 million people have now fled from their homes in Ukraine since the war broke out in February. It also reported 390 civilian casualties in Ukraine, including more than 1,000 deaths as of Monday. Amid the Russian bombardment, the U.S. President Joe Biden pledged to provide a further $500 million in aid for Ukraine. During a phone call on Wednesday, Biden said that the U.S. with the allies and partners are identifying additional capabilities to help the Ukrainian military defend its country. Meanwhile, Germany said Russian President Vladimir Putin has backed off his demand for payment for gas in rubles, showing that European buyers can keep paying for gas in euros. Dalia Nilufar, SATV News Desk.
Before ending, we go through Bangla City SATV News headlines again. Government is working to secure democracy, establish the rule of law and ensure justice for all, said Prime Minister. SEC case against former Chief Justice S.K. Sinha and his brother, whom are found in US, records are in the hands of agency. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan faces no confidence motion in the National Assembly, will address the nation this evening. You are up to date with the Bangla City SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.